certain time they go to bed after the show so they can get some rest. And
What time do they have to be in bed?
well, say for instance, if a show is over with about 11 o'clock, and I think they should be in the bed about 12:30. You know.
Yeah, the lot.
You mean
Someone
that
has
window?
stopped. No, not the window.
When they had those
The pictures they kept.
52 dogs,
Don't you
just let
remember
them
I
out
told
of
you
the
you
engine.
got that's what they say it was 100 million telephone that had been.
Yeah.
Been so.
Let's work on the It's Your Thing into There Was a Time to see how that fits together. Has anybody thought about making that transition?
We would like to see you.
Good.
Thank you. Hey, how you doing, Marlon?
Something that you
Okay, that's enough, that's enough.
All right. Let me ask you just about your, your off-stage life. What do you do mostly? I mean, in your spare time. What are your interests?
In sports,
Yeah.
messing around. Well, I go swimming all the time. Like swimming, play basketball, catching lizards and things, messing around.
How would you describe your family life? You still pretty tight, or, is the pressures of performing broken in a little of that?
No, we all stick together as brothers. Still love each
Stick together, what do you mean?
Like we whenever we out, we all stick together. We never go nowhere without each other. Like when you see one of us, you see all of us. It's like that.
Pretty close family before all this success happened?
Yeah. when we get mad at each other, we call each other names.
Does that happen very often?
Yeah, about once a day.
Alright. That'll just get me some cutaways, Steve. If we don't have enough already. Alright. Thank you.
So, fellas. Boom.
Are we finished or we stay here?
Oh, actually, you're finished.
Okay.
Anything you want to do, please do.
Split.
Okay.
Cut away.
Everybody throw them books down.
Make sure you don't.
Huh? Huh?
Hey, baby.
You got the.
Come on, Michael, you gotta get in
Need
this.
some light. Joseph? You want to get in with it?
We're gonna have a pillow fight.
He gonna take us having a pillow fight.
We're gonna have a pillow fight. Leave you alone. No. You in this, Jack? Watch his teeth.
That's iced tea.
I'm on your side.
Hold it, man. No, that ain't fair. I got Tito with me. Me and Tito gets y'all too.
This is it. This is a, somebody up.
ASA at 500.
Kind of throws you, listen.
I never hear you guys. You gotta pull that down.
We saw Ronnie sing the last night.
Huh? I didn't hear him singing it. You know, he tends to get a little shy at times. Well, we'll take it straight through. Okay. Gene, we have sound?
1, 2. 1, 2.
1, 2.
Okay,
Get the horn. That's where it's going.
Everything freeze for just like 2 beats or something. Yeah. Huh? Right. Time he gets 5, you do one. Huh? I know, but I mean an exaggerated still. I don't mean just one of those. I mean, right? Right. Everybody, freeze it, huh? Where? It's in my pocket. Oh. We'll give you a straw.
Get your heart out, fellas.
I'm Ken Knight.
Jackie!
Bang! How was Christmas, Jack? TT? Looking mighty clean. Well, it wasn't cold enough. They told me Florida was warm or something. That's what they said. It is? You looking mighty dapper.
My big one.
Oh. You want to see the children? Yeah. Okay.
I thought they were that big.
No, they're doorbell.
Ready to go, Ken?
Is it wrong? No, he's got you. He's got you. Wrong? Okay.
Bring a pillow.
Do it again, Ronnie.
Let me ask you again about the matter of responsibilities each fellow has to undertake his own. What is the reason for this, and what are the rules that you've laid down?
Well, I think the reason is for is to let the child know that when he in this type of a business, he won't get the idea that he's better than anybody, and he can always keep his chores going around the house, and respect his family more, you know, and other people's as well.
In other words, on the last one, everybody stops. And it just like nothing's going to happen, and then you pick it up and go back and do your thing. Just wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Going to school with show business is pretty hard. A child must get a certain amount of education, and also if he's in show business, he must be able to do the shows too.
So well that if anyone had stopped them in the middle, they'd have had to start all over again.
Yeah.
What happened to the book with the seals on it?
Man, I better take one of those.
Mr. Jackson, I understand you maintain a certain discipline within the group and all its activities. I wonder if you would describe for us what those disciplines are, what rules they're to follow.
Well, the rules that was made by the family and I was mostly to make each boy do his own chores around the house. We'd have each man help out doing the.
Let's start that over because we're going to have the phone in the back.
Mostly do engagements when they have more time. But most of the time they're in school. We have a few. You have to have a few because that's the only time you can hold a group together by rules, and they must be followed to the fullest extent.
What are those rules?
Well,
and what other?
Well, another rule is to, like most kids would like to run around and slip off or something like that during, while they're out on the road, and we made it a rule that they shouldn't go anywhere without maybe a bodyguard or something like that, which we have. So it's a good idea.
What about education?
Education is fine. My boys would like to finish their education to the fullest. And right now they're going to private school so they can deal in this sort as well as show business too.
How do you combine the two, the requirements of going to school with show business?
Well, the right people, such as Motown Recording Studios, and Motown people, the Motown family behind them. It's a wonderful thing. You can't go wrong.
Excuse me. Obviously, your boys don't have the big head, the egomania that goes with stardom. Have you cautioned against that?
Well, we talk about that all the time around the house, and they've had good training, bringing up, and they know that they've seen other singers and entertainers who gets big-headed maybe, and we always teach against the big head because it makes a child think that he's better and can't nobody tell him anything, and so keep him under control. There's no way he can go wrong.
You encouraged them to form this music group. I wonder if you'd tell us how you got them together and kept them practicing and so forth.
Well, we used to have a little band of our own, and the boys were very small. They would sit around and listen while we would rehearse our music, and when they got bigger, they could begin to fumble around with some of the instruments, and we saw that they were capable of doing the thing if somebody got behind them and pushed them. And so we got behind them 100%.
Did you make them practice following a discipline there too?
Yeah, those boys, they practice most of the time because while other kids was out there running the streets and playing, they was in there trying to get a song down or something.
Okay, you want to tell me about who can tell me something about Andrew Jackson?
Huh?
Tell me something about Andrew Jackson. Who was he?
He was our 7th president. 17.
What?
17. 7. 7.
Do you know anything about him as a person?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I forgot what year was he born in?
17 something. I've forgotten too. 17. Oh, the end of 1700 and something. And he was governor in the early, about 1720.
Was that
1827 or somewhere around there. Don't put that in because the teacher has to be accurate and I'm not.
Was that his family that was in the grave with him?
Well, the family wasn't in the grave with him, but he and his wife were buried side by side there.
Rachel Jackson, his wife, she lived across the street before he married her and took her land too. That's how you got all that land.
Well, I read to you about their story. She was married before, wasn't she?
Wasn't she the Donalds? She was bad. She played. That's what the book said.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't say that it was proven.
But that's what that meant. Well, they said it was true.
Gossip. There was gossip even in those days. I think we did enough. Yeah.
I'm too risky.
Listen to this now. No wonder they say the California schools are bad. But they aren't really.
What kind of audience do you play to? I mean, what do you, who do you think is listening when you perform your music, and what do you try to tell them? Or do you try to tell them anything?
I mean, when I'm singing?
Yeah.
While I'm singing?
Yes.
What do I tell them?
I mean, who do you think is listening to your music? Describe your audience.
Well, maybe some guys from television or some. I don't know.
We have mostly like a black audience.
Wait a minute. Millions of people have bought your records. So who do you think your audience is?
Well, the majority of them are black, you know. Majority of the audience are black, you know. And
Describe them for me.
Describe it.
I mean, would you call it? How would you describe your music? Well, would you just say it's popular music, or is it, you know, real soul?
What do you call it? Bubblegum. Call it bubblegum soul. That's what they call it. It's like funky music, soul.
How do you go about? Let's say, you know, you got a piece of material like ABC. How do you go about putting it together? Just go through the steps that you do to record it.
Well, we put the background together first, you know, or we might put the lead track on Michael, vocal lead on first, and then we sing behind his lead, you know, like that.
How many times do you go through a number together before it is, you know, the final version that you put on the record?
Well, we go through it about 6 times, 6 to 8 times before we, you know, start recording it. And we learn it as we record it, you know, the record. We learn it as we record it.
Where does your music come from?
I don't know, it's... Huh?
It's how it's done. It's been comfort. You know, just creating a new thing.
It's a new bag that's out. It's our own style that we put out, you know, that nobody else has.
How would you describe your style?
Oh, I would describe it as it's more like it for a young audience, like, you know, for younger people. I'd say about like from 5 up to about 16. It's like
How does it differ from other popular music?
There's no difference to me.
Well, if it's your own style and it's something new and it obviously is very popular, what goes into it?
Well, I mean,
that's...
Wait till it gets a camera. All right.
We couldn't tell that, but it's like we try to make it, you know, common and plain as possible. You know, not too much, and not, you know, simple as possible.
How do you do that? Explain for all those people who don't know.
Something like bubblegum soul. It's not too much soul, and but like,
it's more like a soul and pop thing.
Yeah, put together.
Michael, who did you start listening to get your kind of singing style?
James Brown. James Brown, then I say James Brown and Sammy Davis Jr. because I like the kind of things they do, like fast music.
What did you borrow from them?
Well, I do most of his dancing on stage, and I just like the way Sammy sings.
Did they teach you anything when you listened to their music?
No, I just watch him on television.
What do you describe the performance that you put on?
What I do?
Yeah.
Well, most of my songs are fast.
I mean, what do you put into it?
Well, whatever I sing, that's what I really mean. Like I'm singing a song. I don't sing it if I don't mean it.
How would you say the audience reacts in most cases?
How do they react?
Yeah.
Like last night.
They acted wild. But they happy to see us, and we happy to see most of our fans in Nashville.
How did you first form this musical group?
Where?
How? Where? What? Who? I mean, who put it down? How did you get into the music?
First, before it was the Jackson 5, it was me, Jackie, and Tremaine, and we sang around the house all the time, like we didn't have nothing to do. Then we added Michael, and Marlon picked up on it, and my father kept us rehearsing, and we knew someday that, we'd be discovered. And then Diana Ross picked up on us, and we're here where we are now.
You knew someday you would be discovered.
Because we worked very hard. We practiced 5 hours a day.
Where did you perform?
Where did we perform?
Yeah.
Before we became professional. We did little things for the mayor and a lot of benefit shows. And sometimes we'll do talent shows at the schools.
New York, at the Apollo Theater, a lot, in New York.
No, I mean before you got professional.
Right.
You were there before you were pros?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get there?
Like the booking agency. Father got a meet with the booking agency, and they called us a lot of shows and stuff in New York.
Who told them about it?
Well, they heard that we were doing, wasn't tours, but we were like traveling in this van,
Doing about
Right.
4 shows a night.
Nightclubs too.
So how long have you been together?
Chad might want you to pretend too.
Chad. No, he's obviously
No, sit down. Now I would like to show you all the people on TV. One of my pictures I do. I showed it to the Playboy magazine.
How could they film you?
Come on, we doing that.
You don't be doing that. You're feeling really fast. We will now talk about what you fellas would like to do in Dodo.
My big breath.
Look at this. They made up these plants.
You ready to play for real?
You want to play now?
Huh? Sure, I'll play. You have a game at
Miss Fine?
Don has one.
Chest hit you in your chest.
Okay. Who else?
You.
Yeah.
No, but I know how to
So
play.
y'all a really great picture.
Just reviewing. That's all.
Chess game. Yeah, maybe. They gonna recover it. They need cash. You young. Hopkins. Tom Jones.
Same thing right here.
Otis Redding. Herb Alpert. His name is Herb Alpert. This is a good book.
Can't understand reading.
After you.
What?
Class without control.
Can I sit? May I sit?
Anything that you want.
This scares me to death, you know, your boys don't seem to mind. Not look at is it?
That's good.
Well, I know, but you
It's
have...
Esquire.
Oh, that's right. We had a few new people when you put that with it. You better think hard about yesterday because that's what you're going to talk about.
Okay.
Not a movie magazine.
Well, what?
For heaven's sake. I haven't seen anything that looks important.
You'll take that.
I'll take the
Playboy,
Black
that would
Star.
be it. What's that?
The Mirror.
And then you take that. Don't you remember they told you all the street? Oh, you do too. You went over it so carefully. Remember I sent you? Well, now, if you don't look at me and you don't talk to me, then how am I going to relate to you? Tell me something about what you saw yesterday.
Well, we saw Alvin C. York statue.
Yes, and what else? Who was
We
Alvin
went-
C. York?
Alvin C. York?
Somebody told you about it. It's not in that book.
I know it's not in the book. He was in the army. Captain. Was Sergeant.
What else did you see?
Went to Andrews Jackson's
See.
house.
Well, what did you think of that?
Give us a gun.
The house. Would you like to live there?
No toilets.
I like that little meat house he had.
Smokehouse.
The smokehouse.
Smokehouse.
How did you like the kitchen? You think you could eat any food that came out of that kitchen as it stands today? I don't think so. But what do you think of the size of the kitchen in comparison to the size of the house?
It's too little. The kitchen was sort of small.
He had.
What did he have? Right there on his desk, don't you remember?
Oh yeah, he had the golden telephone.
Because they said it was
It's the same nerve the Beatles touched low these many years ago. Only this time it's a group of black teenagers fronted by an 11-year-old soul brother. Scott Osborne, ABC News, Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, it's the same nerve the Beatles touched low these many years ago. Only this time it's a group of black teenagers fronted by an 11-year-old soul brother. Scott Osborne, ABC News, Jacksonville, Florida. It's the same nerves the Beatles touched low these many years ago. Only this time it's a group of black teenagers fronted by an 11-year-old soul brother. Scott Osborne, ABC News, Jacksonville, Florida. It's the same nerve the Beatles touched low these many years ago. Only this time, it's a group of black teenagers fronted by an 11-year-old soul brother. Scott Osborne, ABC News, Jacksonville, Florida. The same nerve the Beatles touched low these many years ago. Only this time, it's a group of black teenagers, fronted by an 11-year-old soul brother. Scott Osborne, ABC News, Jacksonville, Florida. It's the same nerve the Beatles touched low these many years ago. Only this time, it's a group of black teenagers, fronted by an 11-year-old soul brother. Scott Osborne, ABC News, Jacksonville, Florida. The sound I like that.
Now let's get the younger guy in the hand. Come on. Let's hear it. That's bad, I mean, that's bad.
Right over here. Come on through. Take it right here. Right over here. All right, come on through. Be on television.
What's the limit on it?
What's that ticket for the baby?
Would you like to meet the fellas? Well, let's bring Lil Daddy up and he can introduce you to the fellas. Come on, Lil Daddy from WOBS. Now listen, quiet for a while.